Before the one-year anniversary of Hurricane Ian, and Christian music performers MercyMe and Matthew West are set to perform at Hertz Arena. Welcome back. I'm Russ McCaskey.
And I'm Nicole Gabe. Now, the flyer posted on the Hertz Arena website says that it's a benefit concert to support the victims of Hurricane Ian. But how can you be sure that the money goes to those who really need it? Tonight, Wake News investigative reporter Celine MacArthur digs into the fine print of that promise to see where your money is really going.
I got this flyer from the promoter and host of the live concert event that's going to take place here at Hertz Arena. Joe Knopp, who describes himself as a filmmaker and entrepreneur, reached out to me several times, anxious to be on Wink News to talk about the event. Well, when I started digging, I found some red flags you need to know about before you buy tickets or donate money.
MercyMe and Matthew West, together in concert for the first time. A benefit supporting the victims of Hurricane Ian.
Nearly a year after the monster storm, people in Southwest Florida are still struggling to rebuild, so that support can do some good. So you may be wondering, Celine, where is that money going and how can I get some? I asked Knopp. 2 weeks passed with no answer. I read through the website, page by page, line by line, looking for clues. Under who we are, it says Disaster Relief Foundation is made up of organizations, churches, and individuals, but doesn't list which ones. I also discovered Disaster Relief Foundation is not a registered charity or nonprofit. Neither is Disaster Relief Benefit Foundation, the name used to headline its corresponding Facebook page. So what is this?
I think you're asking a lot of the right questions.
That's Kevin Scally from Charity Navigator, a nonprofit evaluator. I asked him to weigh in.
What we're looking for is really good transparency from the outright as to this is where your money's going and this is what your money's going to do.
Scally says disasterreliefbenefit.com lacks transparency.
Definitely doesn't present as very straightforward.
After 2 weeks of pressing for an interview, I got Knopp on Zoom to answer my questions. He told me a visit from his home state of Ohio to Fort Myers back in March inspired him to find a way to help.
And I hate to say, but a lot of us who are not living in Fort Myers, you kind of forget, the magnitude of the effect and devastation that's still there today. So I said, well, we should do something.
That something?
A benefit supporting the victims of Hurricane Ian.
The September 21st MercyMe and Matthew West Hurricane Ian benefit concert, sponsored by what's called Disaster Relief Benefit.
So tell me about Disaster Relief Benefit. What is that?
So that's, to be completely fair, Disaster Relief Benefit is an organization that we put together at that time. It didn't make sense to have Joe Knopp Entertainment be putting this event on.
So Disaster Relief Benefit is an actual organization? Because I looked it up and I don't see a record of it.
It's, to be honest, I have to talk to my my attorney who put together. It's not a 501c3 and it's not incorporated. So it's basically, I guess it's a trademark name that we're using for the website itself.
I asked him about the name on his event Facebook page.
Connect, it's called Disaster Relief Benefit Foundation. Is that a foundation?
No, there is not an existing 501c3 foundation for that. So you saw that on social media?
It's on your website?
Part of the issue here is that the social media team was looking for names that were available.
Knopp says he's working in concert with the National Christian Foundation, which is a registered 501c3. But the fine print on the benefit concert website states NCF has full discretion and control of your donations. A red flag for Charity Navigator.
I will say that it does come off a little bit contradictory to say, hey, money's going to be used for this fund, but we also have the discretion on how we utilize it.
According to the Disaster Relief Benefit website, donations go to things like the purchase and delivery of desperately needed items such as generators, chainsaws, tarps, rakes, shovels, batteries, food, first aid supplies, basic sanitary needs, and cleanup supplies.
That sounds like something that was needed a year ago.
My guess is my social media team took kind of boilerplate information from their sites and added it to ours. Our goal is to give funds to the existing nonprofits that were supporting Fort Myers. We do not plan to have a direct say in how they spend those proceeds, if that makes sense to you.
Knopp couldn't provide us a list of those nonprofits during our interview. So I asked him how the people of Southwest Florida can be sure the money raised stays in the community to help people devastated by Ian.
That's let me think that through. I think we are working directly with the regional folks of Southwest Florida as part of National Christian Foundation.
Premier Productions, the company staging the concert, claims 100% of net proceeds will go to disaster relief benefit. On the sponsor page of Knopp's website, Joe says payments can be mailed to his personal business address or Bank of America account. Here's what Knopp said when I asked him to explain.
Sponsor money and the ticket sales go to my for-profit, production company, because we had to work with a for-profit company and did not have time to, start a new one specifically for the event.
Based on the information provided, Scally says donors need to beware.
Yeah, when you have different causes, or in this case, when you have a crisis, is that it really pulls at people's heartstrings, and they want to take that action, and they want to make the change in the world to make it better. But unfortunately, while it brings out the best in people, it can also bring out the worst in people, where you have bad actors that emerge and unfortunately take advantage of people.
After our interview, Knopp sent me a list of 7 organizations that may or may not be getting money from this concert. Knopp would not provide any more details. I did discover that one of these organizations is not a beneficiary of this concert. I also reached out to the National Christian Foundation several times. No response. I reached out to Hertz Arena and the performers, and so far have not received any responses. But I will continue to investigate, and I'll share with you everything I uncover. I'm investigative reporter Celine MacArthur, Wink News.